Check.
Cold.
Check. Check.
Checking the mic. Welcome to today's video.
What is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video, and we actually just got done uploading, Mitchell, breaking down summer walleye locations on Walleye Now, and the thumbnail looks something like this. And we actually did that a couple days ago, but I finally edited it and got it on Walleye Now. Does a phenomenal job of breaking down a couple of the best locations which we're finding walleyes right now. Spent a whole bunch of time, drove around, incredible detail on the graph, incredible detail, kind of walking you guys through the two best pieces of structure we're finding fish on right now. And some of those lakes, fish might sit on one, some might they sit on both. But anyways, today we're out here on a different lake, and this lake has just been absolutely slammed with pressure, hasn't it?
It has. The last couple of years have been just brutal out here. This used to be one of our go-to spots, and we haven't been here really this year, so I haven't been anyway.
Yeah, kind of been too scared to come here.
Yeah, so
because of the pressure and how
we're gonna
much the numbers have dropped.
Stick our feet in the water and give it a go.
But we're out here on one of these highly pressured lakes today, and we kind of about to run through the milk run of spots here and kind of see what shakes down. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. Probably for the most part today we're gonna be fishing weeds in this video, but on a different lake it could be anything else. And it's me, we got Surly, we got Mitchell, and we're gonna break down some water today and take you guys along for the ride. As far as what we're gonna be using, I would prefer,
I know what I'm using.
This lake just has the stigma of a slip bobber lake. I'm gonna try to use anything but a slip bobber, and we'll see how that goes. But first we gotta be quiet, get the motor going, find some fish. Any other words, Mitchell?
No, just thanks to everybody who watches this channel. Obviously it helps Tom out tremendously. It helps us go out on the water every day and do what we do. And thanks to everybody who is taking a look at the Walleye Now app, who has subscribed to it. We're trying our best with this. We have more things coming on it, and
so much content's been uploaded for summer stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really, lots of summertime, lots of natural lake stuff. So I know for those of you out there that might fish rivers a lot or reservoirs a lot, trust me, we will get to that stuff. It takes time. We have very busy lives, and we can only do so many things in a day. So,
but huge shout out to everybody who downloaded the Walleye Now app. It's like 20,000 plus of you guys, which is amazing, and I hope you guys found extreme value in it. With that being said, let's sit down, drive me around some spots, Mitchell, side in some walleyes. We'll catch back up with you.
He already went down. There we go.
Got him?
Got him.
Fish on, right there.
It might be, move your rod here.
Get in my line?
Yeah, we're good. We are good. Just spotted one on live. Actually, I shouldn't say one. I have a whole pod there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. You can see them all on side imaging, actually.
It did get in you somehow. How'd that happen, Tom?
I don't know.
How'd that happen?
You tell me.
I don't know. It's all sorts of messy here. Let's see if I could, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Our first one of the day. We've only been out here for 3 minutes. So it's a nice little start. Little guy though.
Down.
There we go.
Fish on.
Fish on. Right, you know what I did too?
What's that?
I got it in the other line again. This is definitely a better fish though.
Nice one?
Definitely a better fish, yeah.
I'm rigging up a spinner rig because the thought of watching a slip bobber goes down sounds so miserable to me. It's literally
just can't do it anymore.
Intolerable for me at this point.
See, I don't mind it. I like watching bobbers go down. I don't like this little tangle up I just got myself into though. It's brutal. Yeah.
Let's see if it comes out. Nice walleye though.
Really nice fish. Is it out? It's out. There we go. Super nice fish here. Number two.
I will tell you this, Mitchell ran us through a whole bunch of spots on a very pressured lake. And this spot,
oh my God,
I don't think anybody even knows it's here. And I said, let's go check this little spot on the way out.
Yeah,
and it's one of those few spots that is not receiving pressure because there never used to be any weeds here, but now there is. Yeah. And surprisingly, the fish are biting 1,000 times better here.
Yeah, shocker, right? There we go. Solid fish right there. That's kind of what we're after. I did lose a big boy at the boat that I was very unhappy about. I almost cried. But there we go, fish number 2 on the little top secret spot that old Tommy boy found.
There we go. That's a nice fish right there.
Yeah, this one's a little better than the last one.
They are definitely sitting on that edge right there.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt about it.
It's definitely not a big spot, is it?
Oh, it is a big spot.
Big spot,
long ways like
big
this.
spot, but what I mean is the weeds that they're sitting on, not a very big patch.
There we go.
Nice.
There's one casting a spinner rig. Doubled up.
Good fish right here. Good one.
Is it a nice one?
Yeah, I might grab it.
There we go. I can grab it for you. Doubled up on walleyes. I can't believe I got one to eat a spinner out here. There's one.
There's one.
There's the other one. Oh, I'm
Nice.
shocked I can get one casting a spinner out here.
Are you shocked?
I mean, this lake, it doesn't always fish good for spinners. There we go. And if I can get away from the slip bobber, I ain't fishing one the rest of the time.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, I can't watch.
I don't understand the hate.
I can't watch another slip bobber go down.
Why? It's so enjoyable.
It's just how it
Watch
is.
bobbers go down all day and catch fish like that. How can you complain about this? Look at that.
I mean, when you just see it 1,000 times, it feels like, what it feels like by this point in the season is like when you're catching smallmouth off beds almost. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that argument, but at the same time, you just can't manufacture a better bite if there isn't a better bite.
I will say this, slip bobber is one of absolutely the best things you can do in this situation.
I mean,
Is it what I'm gonna do right now? Probably not. I'm gonna keep hoping they bite a casted spinner. All right, guys, so we're gonna talk about how you can find a lot of these spots that a lot of times do not receive as much pressure as other areas. And like one of these spots we're fishing today, it's just very average looking. Nothing on it really pops out at you. And a lot of times these areas are very flat. They don't have like a lot of rock. Maybe it's just mostly sand, little fringe weed here and there. But there's not really like one definable spot where you drive over it and you're like, oh my gosh, look at all the fish right there. A lot of these spots that don't receive as much pressure are, maybe it's a shoreline area that looks like this. Let's say, today we're fishing just some of this really fringe weed stuff. And the majority of the fish that we're fishing in this type of body of water are outside weed edge relating fish. And a lot of times if you have a big like gnarly point that comes out, it's got all this rock on top, then it goes out to a 12-foot edge and a lot of fish sit in that spot, well, it probably gets pounded, and that's what we see on a lot of these bodies of water. So what we end up fishing is just a lot of like shoreline areas that look like this, where it's just real flat, real low key, not a whole lot going on, and those fish just kind of naturally. Literally a guy just drove by and was just like, as I was talking about fishing non-pressured spots, just driving by, dropping waypoints on the graph. But anyways, a lot of these spots that used to not receive as much pressure now are a lot of times very average looking shorelines, very flat. They don't have like a whole ton of key features going on. Where if you have a hump like this or a point like this, these spots always seem to get fished first. And what do you see on spots like this? Well, most time what you're seeing is you're not fishing for a really big pod of fish. You're fishing for a bunch of different pods of 3 or 4 fish a lot of times, or even casting an individual fish. So how do you get in a situation where you could turn some fish into a bunch of fish like we've caught so far today? Well, these are the keys right here, and using them very productively. So what we're doing is we're coming into these areas and we're looking at the side imaging. And when we start seeing screenshots that look like this, where you got a couple fish off the side, what we're quickly doing is taking the Mega Live and we're flipping it around and we're saying, okay, those fish are 35 feet right there, and we're seeing screenshots that look just like this. And then we're putting all of our baits right and being so specific with that. And how far out those fish are, how far off their bottom. And it really increases our efficiency in a situation where, is there a lot of fish on this spot? Yes. Are they very spread out? Yes. Do they obviously want to slip bobber? Yes. So we're needing to put these baits just right on top of fish when we see them. And that's a lot of times how you could take a day where maybe you're sitting on the community spot where there's just, everybody knows there's a bunch of fish, that they get pounded so hard they only bite decent really late in the day, or maybe right away in the morning or something like that. And you can kind of piece together a really good day by fishing these spots that get basically no pressure. But the key is, like I said, using your side imaging to kind of find those fish. using the live to point it right at them, or you could even use 360 in this situation, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
And using the 360 or certain tools to put you right on those fish over and over and over. So that's really the key to success today. We drove around 5-6 different spots, saw pods of fish on them, kind of community spots, popular areas we've fished for a while, and put baits in front of the fish. I think we lost one fish in that whole thing. Came out to a spot that nobody's been fishing and immediately have success. So keep this stuff in mind. You know, we're seeing so much fishing pressure everywhere you're going right now. A lot of times your day can be made just by getting off the spots that everybody's fishing. Down, Mitchell, you're down. Close shot. I was looking at the live and it's right there. It's just buried.
Oh yeah.
It's a good fish.
Nice fish here.
Take it easy on that sucker.
Yeah.
It's definitely
There's fish right where I just pointed that live stick. There's fish too.
Yeah.
They're out there like 40 feet.
Just kind of roaming.
Seems like another good one here.
Yeah, that's a real nice walleye.
There we go.
Gin clear water, bluebird sky day.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
Messing up a whole bunch of nice walleyes on a spot that received no pressure. And the other thing you can do is one thing I was kind of like what we're doing today, where you're kind of just fishing like no man's land, and you're using technology to put you in front of fish that you're just counting on the fact that other people probably aren't doing. Down?
Down, yep.
Give me some, give me some, give me some.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Feels like a good fish too.
There's a lot of nice fish
Woo.
here.
Feels good.
You know, we're fishing is just one of these big miscellaneous flats.
That's exactly what it is.
That just looks so mundane on the map, you probably wouldn't go to it, but a lot of times you can use those kind of things to your advantage.
It even doesn't look that great on side imaging, realistically, you know?
No, and a lot of times the spots that everybody fishes are the ones where it's like you drive over and you're like, oh my gosh, look at all the fish. You know, where we're catching a pile of fish, but we're picking off smaller pods of fish. And a lot of times these spots go overlooked, don't receive the pressure, and because of that, the fish bite 1,000 times better. That's exactly what we're seeing right here, right now. And it's definitely working, because you can go to all the other spots, and trust me, we did go to the other spots, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And how many fish did we catch?
0 fish. Saw some fish, but it was not very good.
Yeah, it was not good.
All right, take a look. Solid fish. Oh my gosh, is he feisty. Probably 24 inches. You can see, look at his tail. Looks like a muskie tried to grab him. Look on the backside here. Look at that. It's an awkward way to hold the fish, but crazy. Look at that. You think a muskie grabbed that fish, Tom, or what?
Looks like just a sore or something. Or
Something crazy, I don't know. A little beat up, but solid fish. I'll take these things all day long.
Yep, there they are.
There it is. There we go.
Oh man,
good fish.
You guys can see that pod so clear on the live right there. Just took a screenshot for you.
And get some fish off the right side here too.
It's a tight little bundled up wad of them, but when you're in them, you're in them. And I just kept saying to Mitch, I was like, man, we should be, one of these has to go down, because I just kind of spun the boat, saw them about 100 feet out on on side imaging, and then flipped around.
Ooh,
and
another good fish.
Nice fish.
Very good.
Real nice walleye. Real nice walleye. That's what I'm talking about. Not a big fan of nutting it right in front of those people, but
yeah. Well,
what do you do? You know?
What do you do?
That's how you make the non-pressured spots pressured spots, I guess.
I don't think they're walleye fishing, so I think we're okay. They're going after the other kind.
What's that?
I think they're going after the other.
Bass fishing?
I think so.
Are they bass fishing over there?
I sure think so. If I was a betting man, which I'm sure not. There we go. Another solid fish right there. I just stepped on a hyper hammer, so that's nice. Hyper hammer in my foot, walleye in hand.
I like it.
What else can you ask for? There it is. There we go, Tom. There we go.
Oh, we're
What
just
is it
kind of
though? I'm not
wiggling
even
around.
sure this is a walleye here. Maybe it is. It's feeling bassy, you know?
It's a walleye.
It's actually a nice fish.
Nice little walleye.
Oh, I thought it was a bass.
He just kind of gave up, didn't he?
He just completely gave up.
Look at that. It's like an 18-incher that just said,
Yeah.
not today.
Unreal. I would have thought that was either a 12-inch walleye or a little bass.
All we're doing is just moving around this big flat with the trolling motor using side imaging in the live. And we see those fish putting baits on top of their head immediately. That one's just getting tight as it's out there.
There we go.
Here, I'll unhook that
It's a good old-fashioned double up right there.
It turns out the slip bobber is far more productive than the spinner rig, I would say, huh?
Somebody just doesn't want to fish it because, you know.
Dude, it's just,
You just can't do it.
I'll let you catch all of them today if that's how it's going to be.
No problem doing that.
There we go. Nice 17-incher that just gave up till he got in the boat. But it worked
This is a little
out well
better one here.
as he got in the boat, Mitchell hooked up on a big one. And there we go. And we're putting crawlers on the old slip bobber.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least it's a little different. I mean, you've seen a million videos of us slip bobber and leech. At least today's crawler is slightly different.
Yeah. Different game.
It's just a totally different.
But on a lot of these gin clear bodies of water that you might fish, slip bobbers are just so powerful. But the way you fish them is all the difference. You're not using a slip bobber to find fish. You're finding the fish, putting the slip bobber right on top of them. Then obviously that slip bobber just kind of sits there. Really gives him no choice but to eat, Mitchell. He's unhooked.
There we go. Dr. Tom did some surgery. There you go. Solid fish right there. I'll just sit here and do this all day long. So,
I'll watch you do it all day long. And one thing I've been putting on the slip bobber rigs, which I've really been liking a lot, has been these 16th ounce Pendu jigs. Super light jig, obviously. It swivels on the jig head, which is kind of cool. But they're awesome for holding crawlers because they got this wire keeper on there. So obviously threading it right down on the fat end, you thread it up and you just push it right over that keeper like that. And it sits down there just like that. I mean, you could barely see the hook or the jig head. It's that super tight, compact presentation, but it's still got a little weight, which makes it just 1,000 times better to cast. Especially when you're kind of constantly casting off the lives, the Mega Live, and putting your bait in different spots. It also gets down to the fish quicker, so that's kind of the setup we're running. There still might be a couple little guys out there. Take it away, boy.
Well, all right, that's it. We're done. We're done.
Why do you have a knife?
I don't know. I just grabbed a random knife out of the boat, but we're done fishing today. I'm done fishing today. Tom's stubborn, so he basically caught no fish. I caught them all. What else can I
don't care.
say?
Both caught fish today.
I think today shows you, though, that you can't go out to a body of water every single day and just try to invent something new or, like, make the bite what you want it to be. Sometimes, whether you want it or not, certain things are just going to work better.
Yeah.
Today was a great example of that.
We came out fishing today. Number one, you can only, like Mitch said, you can only reinvent the wheel so many times. But we came out fishing today, ran through a bunch of spots, looked all right on the graph, did not catch any fish on what you'd say is kind of the normal milk run of spots.
Yeah.
Came to a spot that we haven't fished. We hardly spent any time on this lake this year, actually pretty much none at all. And kind of put a little program together, just picking apart small pods of fish, which is, I feel like, what we've made a living off of here in northern Wisconsin.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, gone are the days of seeing huge pods of fish like maybe 5 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, pressure just changed a lot of fisheries, and that was no clearer than today's video. So keep that in mind anytime you guys go out. A lot of times we just come out fishing, and whatever we end up doing ends up being a video. So that's kind of how today went down. But we did upload, like we said in the intro, we did upload a phenomenal piece on kind of a lot of the same program we're fishing. Two different types of structure where we're catching most of the fish we're seeing right now on the Walleye Now app. Like I said in the intro, that video is titled something, but the thumbnail looks like this and the title looks like this. You can find that. Click on Let's Go Fishing on the Walleye Now app. Click on Summer, click on Natural Lake, and it'll be right there. And the Walleye Now app is available on
Play Store, so
and the App Store.
Android, yeah, Apple's App Store, Play Store is for Google phones or Android phones. But yeah, that's a great breakdown. Honestly, that's just
kind of really lays it out nice.
It really does. Yeah, I would highly recommend getting on there and checking that out. It's pretty much all you need for most of the summer, actually.
That video, along with so many other awesome summer videos we've been putting on the Walleye Now app. Small tweaks, small tips, big locational stuff that ultimately puts more fish in your boat. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys are not yet, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.